Well, first of all, congratulations, Mark. Elected as the new Bermuda Football Association president. Platform first. What are the most important things you're looking to work on to ensure football moves forward in Bermuda?
Well, we have a strategic plan that we're working through, but I have three key areas that I want to address kind of as a priority. One is our clubs, how we can get our clubs in a better administrative position. So we're going to work diligently at the club licensing program. The second is marketing, telling our story. I don't think we tell our story very well. I think there are some successes out there. We need to make that known. The public need to know, what football does for Bermuda. And then finally, improving how we prepare for international competition. Our protocols are on the money right now. We know what we have to do from the time we arrive at LFA at International Airport to the time we come back. But can we prepare better? Can we find some money so that all of our teams from under 15 all the way through to senior, boys and girls, can we prepare better? So those are the three key things.
Everybody's heard that. So let's break each one down. First one, you talk about strategically working with the clubs. You talk about the club licensing program. You just had the General Secretary come back from the Oceania FA talking about what Bermuda done to implement it. How can we stay a leader, and what is your plan to ensure we remain a leader in getting these licenses up and running that others sort of want to gravitate to?
Sure. Well, we've just done the first stage, which is all the clubs responding back to a questionnaire, which they've done. And the next stage now is actually issuing licenses at different levels. And then also providing incentives for those clubs who have met those levels. And that's the first thing that we're going to do. We're going to look for what incentives can we provide to clubs that meet those levels.
Part two is the fact that you want to tell the BFA story. How much of a story do we need to tell to encourage more people to get on board, get influence, get around clubs?
Well, I think, for example, we have young footballers who have done very well in college and high school. Does Bermuda really know who they are? We have young footballers that we have saved from a life of crime. Does Bermuda really know who they are? Does Bermuda really understand what football does for the country? And we need to tell that. I've personally been involved in young men's lives who have come from less than ideal circumstances and would have never thought that they would go to college. And those young men have returned to Bermuda as productive citizens and ready to hit the workforce as college graduates. It's a fantastic story, and we need to tell that.
And the last one is the fact that you want to make sure that clubs understand their roles and responsibilities. As the new president, what is your role, and how much of a role does the executive and the clubs play in making sure the crowds come back?
It's a big role. We want the fans to enjoy the experience from the time they walk into the gate to the time they leave and go home. What can we do to do that? The clubs all need a bathroom that looks decent. Let's start there. That's as simple as that. All the clubs need to have a facility that provides food. All the clubs need to get a handle on unruly fans. We'll call it like it is. We need to get a handle on that. There's nothing wrong with having a quiet word with a fan who's a little overzealous and say, "Hey, buddy, let's turn it down a little bit because we got kids here." Nothing wrong with that, and that's where we need to start.
How about on the field? Because we have that same issue on the field that we see from the general public. We see it go unpunished in the field of play.
Sure. Well, that's down to the referees, and through our referees committee and through the referees association, we're addressing that. And through some of the new FIFA protocols and FIFA initiatives, we'll address that as well.
How much? Explain how you felt when when it was finally over that you were the new president, and it was transformed across to the membership.
To be honest, I had a thought about all the people that have played a role in my development from the time I started playing football at 14, through playing, coaching, administrator, executive member, and now president. And to be honest, I got a bit emotional for the people who are on here.
We can see that because you're tearing up a little bit now. So, but over the years, when would you say you transformed into you wanted to try and help Bermuda football as an administrator? Because you've been through the player ranks, you've been through the coaching ranks. You started out not long ago in the administration ranks, but when did you feel like I really want to take a hold of this and try to help push it forward?
Well, I come from a family of socials who were always involved in life outside of work. My mother was a volunteer in many organizations. She was dedicated to young people. My father was a fighter in the labor movement. So some of this stuff was ingrained in me, and it wasn't a choice for me. But to be honest, I knew the date and time very well. It was November 30th, 1997 at 3:20 in the afternoon, where I broke my leg at Western Star Sports Club. And from that point onward, I knew that my life was going to be that of an administrator in football in some way, shape, or form. And I took a pathway through coaching, and now I'm fully fledged administrator.
Many people have aspirations of what they want their legacy to be like when they leave something. You're just starting out, but what are you hoping to achieve first in your first term? Obviously, you get 4 years and then hope to get re-elected. But what are you hoping to achieve over your first 4 years?
I want to see a better product on the field. That's as simple as that.